Yes, he left. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Upon request, the detective says that I can release the whole video. So, the video that I'm about to play from my phone is the video that was recorded in my living room. I don't want it. The video that I'm about to play is the video that was recorded in my living room when the detective came to tell us details about my son's murder. It's murder, it's not accidental death. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear this. I went live from my laptop, so I'm hoping as details. Why did it do that? I'm hoping that you guys will be able to hear this. I don't know, viewer discretion advised. This ain't pretty. Tell me that they didn't always get along. Start with the right one.
That the person who shoots would. So, once again, gunpowder residue is one of those tests. It has very specific incidents where there's been a purpose for it. And that's why that shows on TV, and that's why they bring that out. You don't see a lot of it. And there are a lot of labs, including the FBI lab, that they don't test.
And I guess at that time, considering that Bryce has finally admitted that he did it, he finally admitted that he done it. So I guess we really wouldn't need to a degree of who shot the weapon. But to me, if it was gunpowder there, it would have some type of texture there to leave a print.
But that's what they call it, an accident. That's just not that.
I understand. The only thing I see as possibly being an accident, and understand I worked in a world where words have a more literal meaning than sometimes in everyday life. There's no accident in this gunfire. Bryce says he pulled the trigger. That's not an accident. Now, his intent, according to him, and I have nothing to disprove that at the moment, was not to hurt Royale.
No, please.
I don't have any reason to believe that one. I need a motive, I guess.
There's Martin Luther King, there's one woman.
Oh,
and his wife.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, that could be.
they didn't always get along. I believe that.
I'm just saying, you said you need a reason. I give you several reasons.
Well, I need something that I can show as being factual in that situation.
Those are facts.
I don't know that.
It's a fact that he's white, and it is a fact that was Martin Luther King Day. Those are facts.
Yes, ma'am. And what would that have to do that would cause Bryce to think on this day?
They didn't always get along, and that they fought. And that Royale was the type that he doesn't care if it's your house, your room, your game. If he believes that he's standing for himself, he's going to do it. The fact that Bryce believed it was his house, his game, he wasn't going to let Royale get away with it.
Is there anybody, and I'm just asking because I'll talk to anybody, is there anybody who can tell me that they know of them arguing at any time, not just that day, but having a fight, an argument, a disagreement, whatever you want to call it, any other time prior? Now, I understand there may be times that Tiffany decided, yeah, it's time for Royale to go some reason your sister had to go pick up Royale.
And
I would like
they wouldn't allow him to go.
And I would like to get your sister's name so I can talk to her about it this times.
Yes.
Or if you've got my number, she can have her call me too. She can make up her own mind about whether she wants to talk to me or not.
This baby in here.
But I would strongly suggest questions about the science. Find somebody who knows the science, because I work off of what other people tell me on this. Okay.
And so is there an age limit to how old children are to be left in a home alone?
I don't believe there is. That's one of those things that gets tossed around quite a bit. The fact is, they weren't left alone. They were left with the 14-year-old and the 15-year-old young man.
That was sleeping.
Right? Yes, ma'am.
And shouldn't have been.
Okay. We're gonna fast forward it because there's a lot of my family acts. They start rambling. I want y'all to hear certain parts of this before I start breaking down this thing here.
Anything else you want to ask for?
Feel free, once again, feel free to call me anytime you got a question. I'll answer it the best I can.
So you're not going to the day to February 14th, why are you waiting so long?
Because that's the date they set for me.
And we wanted to wait till we get as many answers as we can.
We'll do our own investigating.
Because if he comes
Take
to
that one. Matter of fact, Jess got that.
yeah, she's saying that. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, we don't have, if he goes with what he got, then that's just all it is. We have questions that we need answers to before he goes. So that he can present what we found out as well.
Are you guys pressing charges on the parents?
That's for the DA to decide. I present everything I have to them. I give them
Are
everything.
you presenting something on the parents?
Yeah, I'll be telling them that, situation.
What is the charge? What the charge will give to
The
the
charges are up to them. Yes.
He has to present all the facts that he found out, everything that he investigated, and gives it to them.
And if they have questions, they send me back to get those questions answered.
Is there anything else you need from us?
Right now,
Our sister, his name.
if you can call me, got my number.
Oh, hello.
You just want to speak to her about what relationship and what Roy would maybe tell her about him and Bryce about their relationship, because you know you was talk to her and tell her.
That person I talked to. Does he tell his grandma everything? Tell his grandma stuff he don't tell me. You know his grandma gonna do something.
Just have her give me a call.
Right.
I'll talk with her. You know, if there's other people that need to be talked to, that's what I do. I have to talk to anybody.
So have you been talking to Bryce's mother? Have you released information to her?
No, I haven't talked to her this week. I talked to her. Last time I talked to Tiffany was maybe Wednesday or Thursday last week about information. I haven't had to sit down with them like this. They haven't called asking for anything.
Somebody, that's what I think, said that there was fingerprints on the gun. Is what they're saying.
Well, I can tell you Bryce, in his original story, tried to explain why his fingerprint would be on the gun was because he picked it up and moved. But then when we went back and talked to him a little more, he had the gun and he shot the guy. You know, is trying to explain why his fingerprints are on the gun really become an issue to him anymore. Explaining what he believed would be fingerprints on it.
But as a detective, how does that make you feel when you can tell one story and now you choose to? Like, do you think there could be more?
I always think there's more, and I always look for more. Problem is, if I can't find more, I just can't find more.
Have you spoke to him anymore?
I have not since that first day. Waiting to get all the stuff back I can get back. Well, and if there's something in there I can go back with, then that's what I do. And we did swap the guns. Swapped the guns. We swapped Bryce for his DNA. But once again, the issue I have with DNA, I would expect to find Royale's DNA on one, if not both of the BB guns at least.
Did you find it?
I wouldn't know that for some period of time. It takes time for that. But the problem is because of the nature of this injury, I know on one of the BB guns, like I say, I saw there was blood and there was some tissue. So his DNA is going to be on that gun. Now, is that because it's touch DNA? Or is that going to be blood DNA? It's going to be extremely difficult for the DNA people to tell me that.
Unless they just get blood taken from the blood.
Right? You know, they have certain ways that they swap guns because there are areas that are more likely to lead touch, what they call touch DNA. But because of the injury to Royale, there may be microscopic blood that I can't even see with my eyes in those areas, on the triggers, on the neural parts of the handles, things like that.
So actually, even though we don't have any prints, that does not mean that there will be DNA showed up later.
They could, if we test it.
So then, why would you take that? Take what you have, even though they said this is the day to report that. To me, I would rather wait before I have all the facts before I went and presented them.
Part of the issue is before I take it over for DNA testing, I need to talk to the district attorney's office to find out if they're going to believe that DNA is necessary in this case.
And I think it is.
Once again,
I'm not saying that they're not going to take that.
here's my problem. I expect Royale's DNA to be there because of the injury.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can't separate out touch DNA from blood spatter, tissue, or something along those lines, then it's not going to answer the question.
So we're going to test together. Doesn't have fingerprints for DNA?
None of them have.
I fingerprints that I know of.
Okay, I'm saying the lab I think you guys are taking the shotgun. Are you guys going to test that for DNA?
We have swapped it, and yes, I
Did you?
contemplating testing that too.
But we know Robbie's DNA is going to be on it.
That's
But we'll point out the problem again. They're in a tight area, and there was tissue, there was blood in areas of the ring.
You can't tell a BB gun from a shotgun.
Well, depending on how they made, especially with kids.
So these are big BB guns.
No, the weight of those guns are so different. Mason that went hunting, they knew the difference between the BB gun.
He knew, like I said, he knew where the key was. You know, Royale didn't go in his mom's room and get nothing out of there safe. You know, that's something he had done. But what I'm saying is, so with the DNA thing, which we said that we know more than likely that it would be on there. I guess to me it would be the distance. You know, where would be found?
Listen, y'all.
I don't know. Because to me, I don't understand why it wouldn't be Bryson DNA on there.
I would fully expect Bryce's DNA to be on the shotgun.
And if it's not, that just proves to me that somebody Why would these guys there?
I believe it would be.
So that's not even an issue.
No, but not right now until we find out.
The issue to me is, will Royale's
I know.
DNA be on his subject? And if it's on there, does that mean Royale handled the gun? Or does that mean that,
Well, then that would prove that they both was playing.
well, or is it because of the injury and the tissue and the blood that was in the air in that room? Did it get on that gun from a blowback to that gun? That's possible too. You may not even looking at the gun, you may not even see blood, tissue and things like that. But the microscopic, the very fine particles, the mist that would be created from this injury could get on that gun. And then it comes back that Royale's DNA is on there. But that's, to me, not going to answer the question, did Royale handle that gun? Or does that belong?
There's no way to possibly tell if he was handling the gun.
It's extremely difficult at this moment, since they did not find any fingerprints that they could compare to them.
Now, this is what I'm saying. If you get DNA back and there is no DNA on these weapons, then that proves to me someone wiped them down.
It could prove that. It could also DNA like fingerprints and one of those things that we get sometimes we don't.
And we're not going to just have no nothing at all in this closed room. It's going to be something.
I tend to agree with you. And I'm more than happy to.
Then he panicked and he tried to make it look like Royale killed himself. Because that's what he said. And when he saw that it didn't fly, he admitted.
Yes.
And I believe that he had time to wipe things off.
Even if he went to kid's not gonna go get permission and figure this whole thing out for, you know.
I'm not saying it, it's just,
Right, same here.
because
You have any questions? Well, Royale's right.
Okay, did you hear in there where he says there's no fingerprints, right? He said there's no fingerprints on this gun, right? According to this report here, they found smudges. He said several different times while he was at my house, they found no fingerprints. He never said they found smudges or anything. One, to me, they had already made their decision on what they was gonna do when he came to my house. It's a part on here, I think I fast forwarded too much, so I'm going back where on here where he's saying how the safe was unlocked and all of that. Hold on, I'm gonna play that for you.
I can't say that it would have happened in my house. Certainly not with my knowledge.
it lets me know that there's freedom that goes through there. There's not parenting like they should.
There are many people who will argue different parenting styles with you.
Yeah.
You and I would probably see eye to eye on many of them.
Quay? You gotta see your phone now. Quay? Mommy's not gonna let the dog down. No shit here. Here's your dog. Come here. Are you okay? What's your name again? Have you been in this waiting for this whole time? No. Just answer the question. Okay, well, here's this question. Let's ask her. Ask me what? Have you ever known boyfriend advice to always get along? No. They were friends.
Sorry, y'all. People are starting
couple
to.
hours later, they would be friends. He was closer to Robbie. He went to play with Robbie. Bryce, yeah, he picked with Royale. He was younger. He picked with him and Robbie, the little brother. He was Robbie's friend, not Bryce's friend. So it doesn't make sense to me. That don't make sense that he was playing with guns with Bryce. Because him and Bryce wasn't, I mean, they were cool or whatever, but he was Robbie's friend. Where the bed was, and Royale was he on the other side of the bed by the wall?
Yes,
Listen.
He had him cornered up over there.
you can say that, yes.
That's what happened. He had him cornered up over against that wall.
This man shakes his head.
You guys are charges. Royale was trying to get away from him.
I talked to the district office and they'll make decisions on what charges we file.
Yeah, the Royale. He said that Royale was in the corner, right? It's two parts of this video. Hold on.
My sister would tell me that they didn't always look.
With Royale.
Let's start this from right here. Listen.
Royale fell asleep at some point during the game, and so did Bryce. And I think that was out in the living room, because that's where they ended up sleeping. They'd wake up a little later, play some video games, and probably do that till about 2 o'clock. But that they ended up sleeping out there in the living room. Marquay and his girlfriend went back to her room and went to bed. Tiffany and her boyfriend slept in the master bedroom. And then the other young lady slept in her room, which is next to the master bedroom. There's a bathroom between them, but next to the master. Tiffany and her boyfriend Robert have to leave the trailer. It was Monday morning, so they had to leave roughly 5 o'clock in the morning so that they could go to work.
So this at 4 a.m.
We had no problem with what they're telling us. According to Tiffany's mom, she showed up as normal, and according to Robert's work, he showed up.
So they both were supposed to be at work at the time.
Yeah, that morning. They had to leave early.
How did he take the 9-year-old with him then?
The 9-year-old went over to Tiffany's mom's house.
That's where he took him.
Yeah, well, that's where they went. They had to run. And so they drove in the one car over to the daycare. And Robbie and Tiffany stayed there. And then her boyfriend left to go to work.
I'm going to pause that right there because I need y'all to understand that my son went over there to play with Robbie. Why did she take Robbie to work with her? Okay?
I need to take a look at this newspaper article because
When was the last time you saw
They would have seen Bryce comes in around just before 5. He hears people moving around. He comes in, talks to his mom. Then he goes back out. That's just before they leave. Royale, they think, is still asleep at that point, probably on the couch in the living room. Tiffany says when she leaves, Royale is, or there are people on the couch in the living room. She's assuming Royale and Bryce, but she doesn't know that for a fact. It was dark. She didn't look real close. She just knows there's a couple people sleeping on the couches in the living room.
How big is this trailer?
The single wide, it's 1, 2, 3 bedroom. So So she, her boyfriend.
So from the bedroom, do you have to pass through the living room?
Well, you come down a hallway, you'll pass the bathroom, you pass another bedroom, and then you come to the, I remember, I think it's the living room right then, but the door's just right there.
Before you get out, you have to go to the living room.
Well, you're right out the living room. You don't actually go through it, you're right at it. But as you come through, the door's right there. You have one couch on one side, one couch on the other. But she says she didn't look real close, she just saw two people, one on each couch. They leave. Bryce will tell us that it's around, he's not sure on times, but that he and Roy wake up and originally been playing video games in the living room. Roy will be on Bryce's phone, and Bryce will be on the game station that's hooked to the TV set. They'll be playing video games, and at some point, they decide to go back to the bedroom. And once again, remember, Bryce is 11. He does try to lie at first. He tells his family stories originally. But he goes back to the bedroom with Royale, and then he'll go into the bathroom, which is just outside the bedroom. Now, his sister, who's in the room next to the bathroom, she knows that Bryce goes into the bathroom. Now, she may just assume it's Bryce, but she knows somebody goes in there. And Bryce says he did go in. Bryce's first story to me, not the first story he told, but the first one to me, was that he hears a shot while he's in the bathroom. And when he comes back in to the bedroom, he finds Royale on the ground with a gun on top of him.
Okay, what was the first story?
That he hears a shot while he's in the bathroom, and then finds Royale in the master bedroom on the ground.
Okay.
And I just want you to know, I'm more than happy to let you record it. If I see it anywhere, besides with one of you.
Honey, this is for us.
Okay.
Believe me, it's for us. I don't go viral. This is for us. This is for us.
This kind of stuff, if it gets out, it can mess up.
Look, I know what I'm doing.
But the investigation is closed.
I
So
know
this
what
is all
I'm doing. I'm
public
saying this, I know what I'm
information.
doing. All right, keep talking. We on the same page. Come on.
But he says that he finds him laying on the floor with the gun on. Now, through the interviews we did before we talked to Bryce, and we talked to Bryce with his dad, because by law we can't talk to somebody under 14 without a parent or guardian. So 14 and above, we can. And his dad was telling him, tell the truth. So he tells me this story. We've interviewed the other girls by that point. We've interviewed Marquay by that point. I talked to the detectives real quick about that. And I'll go back in and talk to Bryce some more, because we know Bryce isn't telling the truth. I had not been able to be into the trailer yet. We had just gotten a search warrant for the trailer, so that we could go in legally and process the scene. But from what my understanding was, because of the type of gun, the size of the gun, that it's going to be very difficult. I never go impossible on anything, but it'd be extremely difficult and unlikely for certain. So I go back in, and I explain to Bryce that
they're not doing anything.
truth is very
The
important.
grandpas, all of them.
We really need to know
Nobody's
what's going
doing
on.
nothing but me.
Bryce had concerns about what would happen
That's what I
to a juvenile if something accidental happened like this, and what would happen to his parents. And I explained to him that on this day, it would all go home, because that's what was going to happen. And so Bryce will tell me that same story, they play the games, they go back to the bedroom, he goes into the bathroom, he'll say when he comes out of the bathroom, he'll say Royale has gotten into the gun safe. I can't say whether that's true or not. I can say somebody got into the gun safe, and it's going to be one of the two boys. I can't tell you for sure that the gun safe, that the latch was turned, but I think, like I know I've told you, the safe, it is an actual gun safe, but it has a key lock, and that key lock has been tampered with sometime long distance in the past, not recent. And
When it was broken.
essentially, at one point, I even went back and took my car key for my truck, and I could stick it in there enough and turn it, so it would turn the lock. So it's like a doorknob without a handle. So if you have a butter knife, that's a different key, screwdriver.
So basically, it wasn't fully locked.
It was a closet that had a closed door.
So it's not to say that they
Closet
actually.
with a closed door is what the detective calls it.
That's got
Well, I understand, but what I'm saying is that
talking to Tiffany.
they're saying what is told to them.
Talking to Tiffany, she seems to think the lock's still works, is what she tells me.
But you know that it
I know it doesn't. Talking to her boyfriend, he says, no, pretty much anything can open it. One of the girls tells us they don't know anything. They don't know how to get into it, and they don't get into it because they also keep medication for the one young lady locked up in there.
Right,
Tiffany
it was
says she
broken.
does not get the kids permission to get into the safe ever. And that if somebody needs something out of it, like medicine, and she's not going to be around, she'll get the medicine specifically what they need and put it on top of that or on her nightstand and then close it back up. But what Bryce will tell us is as he goes in, Royale is in the safe, it's open, and they want to play, they decide they want to play BB gun wars. There are 2 BB guns, and there's the 1 shotgun. He'll say that he takes the 1 gun, Royale has a different one. There are BBs laying out on the bed. I mean, it's a small room, and it has I think a full-size bed in it. So it takes up most of the space in this room. You have a little space around both sides to walk on it, the 3 sides. There are BBs laying on the bed, such as if they were to open the little loading port on the gun and shake it, you hear a BB gun rattle, that's how you know it's got BBs in it.
I ain't got
But then
nothing
you can
yet.
kind of shake it and try to get them to
I
all
haven't
come
got
out.
anything yet.
One of the guns does not have any BBs in it. Another one does still rattle, still does have some in it.
So they knew which ones were BB
And then
guns.
there's the shotgun. It's a single barrel break open shotgun. It has a hammer.
Listen.
That has to be pulled back before it can be fired. One of the BB guns is a little lever action.
Okay, did y'all catch that? He says that the gun is a 410 shotgun, breakaway. You have to pull the lever back before you can shoot it. Okay?
Pump the lever on it. The other one has a 4-end on it that pumps. And Bryce says that they're going to do this BB gun war. And he says, Royale says, ready, set, go. And they both go to point the guns at each other. He pulls the trigger, and the shotgun goes off. He says he had no idea the shotgun was loaded. He believed it was unloaded.
So they was across from each other.
Across the bed.
Did y'all hear that? He said across the bed, but my baby was in the corner.
24 inches away from Royale when they went off. On the other, one of the BB guns was on the floor. Like I say, when he was shot, he fell straight down. One of the BB guns was on the floor under his legs. The other BB gun, and I'm trying to confirm this for sure because the fire department were the first one there, and they moved it. But it was laying or leaning on the bed right next to where Royale was at. The appears, and there is some blood and tissue on it. And then
I just don't understand how out of 3 guns, there's not one trained.
it depends on the surfaces. It depends on the people. Like I say, first they have to have something that's going to leave a print.
Those little boys seem to be calm when you shot him.
They're just playing a decent story. I mean, there's nothing going on real.
You got that word is right, that story.
I know. But there doesn't seem to be any type of disturbance or argument. Nobody in the trailer, not Mark Way, neither one of the girls here's disturbance or an argument of any kind.
Now, when you do premeditated murder, ain't gonna be no damn argument.
Why would you kill him? I guess that'd be my question.
Now, that's not. Yeah, that's what you need to find out.
But do you guys have any ideas? I mean, if you're thinking that's something that occurred, then I'd love to know.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think y'all be trying first degree premeditated murder. I think you did it on purpose.
Do you know why? I mean, I don't understand. I don't know either one of these young men other than this that I met them.
Well, but you see, the thing, Roy was playing with the gun and we know he had a fear. You don't have a problem saying that.
No,
I don't have a problem saying what I said.
you know, what I don't have a problem is telling you what I've been told.
I'm hearsay.
But I also don't have a way to really disprove it. I understand you're telling me he's scared of it, but I don't know how I can go about proving that, like you and I have discussed, you know, these kids get into an environment that's not around us, that's not in ours.
Okay, well, you know, but he ain't gonna be no gun.
I completely understand that
I got people to get on the
and that's the
witness
reason
stand.
why I believe that young man knew about the guns. I believe that he knew where the key was. He lives there. I mean, he knew these things.
Sure.
And I don't believe that boy went into his parents' home and got out a gun out of his parents' safe. I believe that young man did that.
I have no problem agreeing with you on that. That's probably what occurred. That's not what he says.
And yes,
But you're right. It makes more sense
and then
that happened.
and it makes me wonder, why did he go and get the gun in the first place? And I want to know, what time did this incident actually take place?
I believe it happened right around 8:20 in the morning.
And this has been proven.
Yes, I know 8:20 would be within about 3 or 4 minutes when the call came in to 911.
Okay, but I want to know, has it been proven through blood regulation and things like
There's
that?
no test.
Yes, oh yeah, there's tests.
So what you're saying is there's no way that they can determine the time of death?
Yes, sir.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Well,
Y'all just not willing to pay.
on television,
I understand.
and they can tell by the coagulation of the blood
Well,
and things like that, and the temperatures of the body.
okay, here's what I'm going to suggest that you do, though, because understand, I'm not a doctor. I'm just the detective who's worked with doctors. You can call and talk to Dr. Gurrill. He's the one who did the autopsy. So Gorrill. He's at the coroner's office there, so I can do that and talk to him about that. But I can tell you that yes, there are rare circumstances where they do something tricky with science, but they're extremely rare. In the 26 years I've been working murders, I've never had a doctor, none of the doctors I've worked with in that time period, who would even venture to do that.
And that's not fair, because that means they're just taking
You
somebody's
said
word.
in all the time that you've been working, that there's no doctors that would say that it was a time established?
None.
I've been doing this 30 years,
Okay.
and I disagree with that.
None of the doctors I've worked with, none of the coroners I've worked with will do that.
So I can say they just don't do that here in Wichita, right?
That may be.
Can I just lay out what we feel sure happened? They got into a disagreement for whatever reason, either over a game or what it was. The child, because William's not going to stand down He's not ever going to back down unless you prove that he's wrong. The other child gets mad. He wants to show him up that he's going to let him know who he is because he has a gun. Comes back with it, kills Royale because Royale's not going to back down, and Royale probably was saying things back and forth to him. That's what we believe, and we don't believe it happened in each point because our quake had headphones on. Those things up as loud as they are, you wouldn't have heard a child not hear a gunshot or someone screaming.
But Mark sleep, you can barely call his name and he'll answer.
And on top of that, Royale's not a morning person. The boy cannot get up in the morning. So why would he have gotten up to go play with the gun?
I don't know.
Royale didn't even like to see it, guns pointing at him. So it was pointing at him on the television. I'm telling you, I've been doing this 30 years. I'm from Massachusetts. I came here because we have to make a difference. This can't just happen and just go away.
Okay.
This child's grandson was killed.
And understand, I hear what you're all saying. I just don't know how to prove what you're going to tell me.
Exactly. But I think there has to be more done.
Is there something else that you can do about what we are saying? Are you willing to go that far for us to find out?
Doing which way?
For instance, this autopsy, when was the time of death?
We can probably get that information
So I talked to Dr. Guru. Okay, because I can tell you that the way that they're going to determine the time of death, and not just this case, but in almost every case that the coroners in this jurisdiction do it, it's going to be based on when the person's last seen alive and when they were found deceased.
But there could be holes in that story where they're not telling the truth of when they last saw him alive. It's because my boy didn't see him at a certain time doesn't mean the child was wrong dead because my boy didn't see him walk back and forth.
I understand that.
So,
but at this point, and I understand, I'm not saying that people don't lie to me. But what I'm saying is at this point, so the sister whose room is closest would have to be part of a conspiracy on this.
That's his issue. Why wouldn't he be?
Depending on how early you believe this would in other words, she had come back from the day called her. Right? She lives, her mother stayed here about 10 minutes away. She got there just before fire and EMS got there.
Did she say she called your neighbor and said your son's hurt?
I think so.
Not dead. He was dead. He wasn't hurt.
I don't think she knew that at the time.
I think she did. She knew. Maybe she did for whatever reason didn't want to say it, but she knew. I was also told that she took her children in one room and they took my boy to another.
No, that was at the dinner, where they interviewed.
Oh.
No, my understanding is the kids who were there, Bryce runs off wearing a pair of shorts and nothing else. And an officer finds him walking around later. And one of the sisters chased after him, lost sight of him. And she went to another trailer, and we located her there very quickly.
They never told you about this young man, how he found his parents and called them out their names. And things like that. No one ever told you about this.
And went through the DCF records. They do not show anything like that. There's been no reports, made to children and families.
So there's no DCF report, there's no report made in that fact.
In that fact, there are some DCF
Okay,
reports.
so there had to be something going on just to have a DCF report.
Well, it's primarily between the mom and the dad fighting over custody.
Can you tell me what's different between business?
Yeah, it's marked MARC.
Okay, well,
Number for him is 660. 3600.
And you said 660?
Yes, ma'am.
3600.
Yeah, 3160.
Okay. And at what point they determine?
I can't tell you when they'll make that determination. Currently, my appointment with Dennis set for the 14th. And that's when I'll present to them. I'm hoping to move that up some, but that depends on them. They have to get to it. We do what we call a felony review, where they have 2 or 3 attorneys, if not more, in the room, and not just one charging attorney. And so getting their schedules balanced out is a problem I find.
Right. Right, Sherelle.
You said that there was proof about both parents being at one.
Yes, they were both not there at this time. Yes, ma'am.
But it is proof that they were both
They
at
were
one.
Yes, ma'am.
It was proof.
Yes.
Okay. That is the detective in my living room, right? Now, like I said before, Kansas is a one-party consent state. I have this app on my phone. I've recorded every conversation that me and the detective have had, okay? Here we go. I told y'all this is going to be long because I'm giving y'all everything I know. When I say that this doesn't sit right with me, I want y'all to see why I'm saying this doesn't sit right with me, because this isn't right. They have closed the case, all of that. That from the day, and that's what I keep telling everybody, from the first day where I started listening to the investigation, their best interest was always the other family, not my child. They never wanted to figure out what happened to my child. That was never an option. You know what I'm saying? So here goes the conversation where I'm questioning the wounds that was on my baby. Let me find it because it's a lot of conversations in this phone. Can you close that door? Can you close that door? What kind of car is it, Pat? I don't know who that is. Sorry, y'all. Thought this was going to be easy, but it is longer. And I know. I apologize, but it needs to be put out here because the case is closed. I want people to understand when I say, when I need somebody to stand behind me, why I'm saying this. I'm going to give y'all everything that I know. I'm going to give y'all everything they told me. I'm giving you everything that I know. Not this bull this bull piece of paper, 8-page paper saying whatever. I am not keeping up with the comments at this point. So if you guys ask me something, then you probably should ask it again after I start playing this. Okay, this conversation was me asking about his wounds. Detective Chisholm thought that we had a closed casket. They didn't think that I seen my child, okay?
Geneva. Uh-huh.
Can y'all hear it?
Yes, ma'am. When they say the head, they mean, everything from the neck up. I mean, I guess what you're asking me is, am I sure he was shot from the front? Yes, I am. I mean, when the coroner's report gets comes in the front, goes to the back and lodges in the back. We remove the slugs from his neck, from at the back. Well, it broke. I think there were some little pieces, but two major pieces of it. But they go from front to back. He has what's called stippling on his face. Stippling is what is when you fire a gun, unburned gunpowder doesn't all burn up in the barrel, and it comes out. Now it only travels a certain distance, and it's a pretty short distance, only a couple feet. But
that's about scratches on his face.
Marks, primarily on the left side. There were a few on the right side, on his cheeks. And then I think there was one fairly significant one that was right above his right eye. And you'd asked me one time about some scratches on his right cheek. The ones I see in the pictures that I have access to are what those would be is when he was shot. Pieces of his jaw, his teeth would have come out that side of his face. It just would have been something that came from the inside out. Those are the ones I saw. There was quite a bit of, and you saw there was quite a bit of damage, and it was a very significant injury, but it was definitely coming from front to back. And certainly, I certainly when I
asked exactly where was he shot. He's saying he got shot in the corner of the mouth.
I can't tell you for sure how much his mouth was open or closed. I can tell you that it appears that it hits right at the corner where the two lips meet there on the left side. And then right behind that would be a second, what they're going to call, or I believe they'll call, a second entrance wound. That's probably going to be made by this black plastic plug in the cartridge itself. Before it's fired, you have at the very top you have the bullet, and in this case, that bullet sits in a little plastic cup inside of the case. It's not on top like you see most bullets. It's a shotgun shell. It sits inside of it. And it's in this little plastic cup. And then once the bullet's fired, that cup falls off. Now it's still traveling with speed. And I think it's a piece of that plastic that hits him on the neck. And that causes that little burn mark on the left side of his neck. But then behind the bullet in that little cup is a plastic, they call it I'm going to call it a plastic plug. And it's probably an inch long, I think, in this case. And it's kind of an odd looking thing. I could show you a picture of one. It's kind of odd looking. But that comes out, that's between bullet and the powder. So when the powder goes off, it pushes that, which pushes the bullet. That also travels. It's lightweight plastic, so, it doesn't go real far. But this didn't happen at a very big distance. We're only talking a couple feet at best between the end of the gun and Royale. And yes, so when that comes out, it's traveling like a bullet itself, even though it's just lightweight plastic. It's not going to carry very far. But if it hits something close, it will cause damage, and it did here too. And that was recovered also from Royale.
The DA made a decision. He has
not notified me, but then once you gave me that audio, I sent it to him so that he would have that to listen to. Also, I just got done talking to Jerea. I had her come up here. I talked to her before, and I knew roughly what she was going to say, but I didn't have the whole tape, obviously. Now I did. I actually played it for her and then made her explain to me what she was trying to say. She is passing everything off that she says to you as being I don't know any of this for real. She knows that the girl who told her the majority of it.
We're talking about the
is a
phone
liar
conversation.
Who has lied on her in the past, but she told her this stuff. Now I was able to get some screenshots from her. A lot of what she's telling you when she talks to you is stuff that she's taking a little bit here and a little bit there, and a little bit she heard from TV, and some stuff she saw on your website. And she says, and then she's just making assumptions based on what she's hearing from all that. The stuff about her boyfriend being a paralegal is a lie. He sells advertising. So I'm going to run down these people who she says she got some of her information from and see what exactly they remember saying and why they're saying what they're saying. Because, and understand, I know that no matter what I find out, there's nothing I can do to make things easier on you and on your family. But I want to be able to tell you that things I know that are definitively the truth. There may be some things I may never know definitively, absolutely for sure is the truth, but I'm going to find out the best I can. I hope to. I really do. I mean, there's some things I can tell you absolutely for sure. I can tell you for sure there was no argument that anybody else heard. And if there was an argument, I think it would have been heard. I think if those boys had gotten mad at each other, either the Alexis would have heard it, or Mark, if it was bad enough, Mark Quay or Hannah would have woke up. But there was no argument. I can tell you he was definitely shot from the front. And I can tell you that the BB guns were out, and that it appears to me that it looked like people had been playing or were going to play with the BB guns because they had been trying to dump the BBs out. There were BBs out on the bed, which wouldn't have been there normally. I mean, you just, and I say that because it does.
Okay, somebody called me, which messes up the whole recording. Okay.
It makes sense for if the mom's going to find these BBs on her bed and the boyfriend's going to find the BBs on their bed, they're either going to sweep them off onto the floor, which their house was fairly clean actually, so I don't think that would occur, or they're going to question that themselves. So I think that happens, and the BB guns are out there. I know how, when you have a BB gun that's loaded like this, I know how you unload it. It's by opening the little gate where the BBs get put into it, and then you shake it back and forth until you get them to fall out to the little hole. So like I say, there are certain things I will be able to tell you for 100% certain. I know I've heard stories that Mark Quay was arrested. We know that didn't happen. That Mark Quay was the one who jimmied open the safe. We know that didn't happen.
I never heard that one either. I'm asking about September Gibson, which is supposed to be the auntie.
Mm-hmm. No, as far as cleaned it up, how?
That's what she said. She has to be and that you guys showed her the tools that the boys used to open the safe.
Yeah, that's all a lie. I've never met a September Gibson. We don't clean up crime scenes.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we don't clean those up. That's not what we do. We can give names of companies that will come in and do such a thing, but we don't do it. We collect evidence.
Right. It's just
But and as far as the tools, I've never found anything that I believe was used to open that safe. So showing her tools that were used to open the safe, I don't have a clue what that would be. Do you have a phone number for September? Okay, I'll try to find her. Is that her real name, September?
That's her name on Facebook, September Gibson. This is what she's commented on stuff that I've posted, you know, and that's their family, you know what I'm saying? And I guess Robert is reaching out to the activists and wanting to talk to me. I don't want to talk to them.
Okay, and that's and he asked me. He asked me if I could arrange a meeting between you two. I said, it's really not my place. And since I had talked to Mr. Guillot that day, I said, if Geneva wants to talk with you, let's do it through this gentleman who, essentially his job is to work as a mediator and a mentor and, somebody to help you and help him if the situation warrants, to help everybody involved in this.
Robert, he wasn't there. I don't leave my children in his care. Personally, I wanted to talk to you, but she could look at
If y'all can't hear me, I'm saying I want to talk to Tiffany. I don't want to talk to the father. Tiffany is the mother.
I might feel a little bit more at ease, but Robert cannot give me that.
Sure.
I don't have a relationship with Robert. From my knowledge, we hate Robert. As women, as far as the stories that I've heard of her and Robert, he was abusive to her. I don't like Robert just because of what I know about him from Tiffany. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing he can tell me because I never left my children in their care. I left my children in Tiffany's care. You see what I'm saying? My heart wants to believe that this is an accident, a really fucked up accident. My heart wants to believe that. But part of me is like, there's so many holes in this story. How can you?
Sure. No, I understand completely. And that's one other thing I can tell you for sure did not happen. Bryce did not go to his dad's house. Bryce was found roughly an hour after the call came to 911. He was outside on his own the whole time. He was barefoot. He was not wearing a shirt. He was wearing a pair of shorts and had a blanket that he ran out of the house with, and was found by the officers in the area. He did not go to his dad's house.
They said that they found the little boy at the entrance area. If all the ambulance and police and all of that is coming in, why no one seen him until 62 minutes later at the entrance area?
She's a bigger gal standing on a boat with a gentleman. Is that the same person, do you think? Okay.
That's the one that's leaving comments all over my page, and I messaged her and I said, I've never met you, so I will appreciate if you stop. I said,
what page is she leaving comments on?
She was leaving comments on my page, but now
on your personal page.
Yeah, but I've blocked her. You know what I'm saying?
What's your page called, Geneva?
My page is called Sunny Smith.
Sunny. That's what. S-U-N-N-Y.
Huh? S-U-N-N-Y, yes.
Okay.
I just,
Are her comments still on there, do you think?
I think once you block a person, they're removed. But you can look, like on KWCH, Miko Hayes' page. And her comments are everywhere, honestly. They're everywhere.
Okay. I'll see if I can track her down and find out what she thinks is important enough that she needs to be talking about stuff she doesn't know anything about. Because, yeah, she had nothing to do with any of this investigation that I know of.
The detective showed me the tools personally. I'm like, what tools was used? Because from what I understood, there wasn't any tools used.
September Gibson sent us.
So then there's, you know, and then so then it goes back to, well, am I getting the truth? You know?
Yeah. I can tell you, I'm not going to lie to you about anything. I have no reason to. It's not in my nature, nor is it assist me in my investigation. You know, for the most part, I can even tell you, I don't lie to the people I know have done crimes, because I found that doesn't help me if they figure out that I'm lying, because then they never believe a word I say. So you're welcome to ask me anything you want. If I can answer it, I will. You know that, I've told you, and I can't tell you everything you're gonna see online is a lie, but I can tell you that if you ask me, did I talk to a September Gibson? I have no clue what a September Gibson is. So if you see anything she says, then it's gotta be beans, because there's just absolutely nothing. She's not involved in this in any way, shape, or form, other than she's sticking her nose in to look important or something on Facebook, I guess.
She's claiming that she's their aunt, but I've never even met her.
She may be an aunt, but so what?
Right.
You know, she said nothing to do with this investigation, and certainly hasn't talked to the police about this.
And that was my thing, you know, the things that she was saying. I'm like, well, am I being lied to? That's where I get a question, you know, because she's so detailed on her posts when she posts. You know, this would be long posts, you know, of what really happened, and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? You know, excuse my language, but you know.
Yeah. I get you, and I see this stuff all the time, and
right, Angela.
I don't.
They believe that his
no
story. They never did a proper investigation whatsoever.
Tell you,
their story is solely off of hearsay.
Healthy for you, that is my belief, but it doesn't. You know, you're still going to do what you do, and what makes you comfortable. But just know that, you know, for every little bit of good and truth that comes from it, there's a whole lot of garbage mixed in. And
I get it.
I know you do. It is, and it always will be. And like I told you the other day, all this stuff, the investigation and all of this stuff, none of that takes away from him, from Royale. You know, he was the joy that you had, and none of us know what is in the plans for us. From the minute
what he says next is all bull.
Started in this world till the minute we leave it. And,
he's just trying to, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so that's that. That's after he realized that I had seen my son. Because I asked about, before I asked him, well, what's the mark in his neck? And he told me, oh, there was no mark in his neck. And I'm telling him, yes, there was. I had that phone conversation also. I'm trying to cut this down because we've been on here for about an hour, but at the same time, I want y'all to get everything that I know. It's just crazy. Now, so yeah, the next phone conversation that I'm about to play is a phone conversation where he claims that he doesn't know about markings on his neck. Okay, I'm working my way from the newest conversation back, where I'm showing y'all that the whole time, like, I was active in the whole conversations and all of that of what was happening, and they never really did an investigation. What they did was everything that I brought to the light, phone calls, they went and silenced them people. Okay.
I don't know how to send a screenshot.
That's not the one. It's the next one.
Hello? I don't know how to send a screenshot. You asked me for a screenshot. I don't know how to do that.
Can y'all hear it?
I have a S9. Clay gets out of school in about 10 minutes. That was my plan is for when he get out of school to screenshot it.
Yeah,
Okay. You said someone just called me and said
This
that
is
they
the
talked to you and you said the safe didn't lock.
This is where he admits that the safe wasn't locked.
So when y'all say manipulated, when they say on the news they manipulated the safe, that's just a lie. There's no lock, right?
You have to turn the knob over, right? So essentially, that's all they had to do was knock so they could turn the knob.
Okay, if y'all can't hear him, then I can't use it because that's about as loud as it gets. This is the conversation where he's admitting that the lock doesn't lock, but we've already established that. So it was kind of funny that I got that information that day. That he actually told someone else and somebody called me and told me. Now here's the conversation where I'm asking about certain wounds and he didn't know that we had an open casket. Okay. Yes, Saint Sherelle, that's what he said.
Okay. My baby was shot in the mouth. Can you tell me what the mark is that was on his neck? Like up underneath right underneath his chin, like it's on his neck, like where his jugular would be.
I don't know for sure. You might talk to the coroner himself, talk to Dr. Drill. He may be able to tell you for sure. There was a lot of damage. Because the shot did hit the jawbone. I remember there was a little bit of bruising that attributed to part of the gunshot. I can't tell you exactly for sure which mark you're talking about off the top of my head here.
Okay.
Dr. Drill may have a better idea because he was taken very.
The coroner won't talk to me. They're telling me that it takes 90 days to get through the coroner, the autopsy report. Is there like a police report or anything that I can get right now?
Well, what you can do is call our records people, and they can explain to you how to file what's called a CORA request. But more than likely, you wouldn't get a lot right now because it's still an open investigation. Report-wise, that is. Now, once the autopsy report's filed, then it's filed, and it is what it is. I would imagine.
They're telling me 90 days. 90 days. So I haven't seen anything. I don't know what his cause of death is. Was it because he bled out? Was it? I mean,
the cause of death they're going to list is gunshot to the face.
He said the cause of death is going to say gunshot wound to the face. Remember that.
no other injuries that I saw that the coroner mentioned. Well, I was there for almost the entire autopsy.
And those scratches on his face comes from the gunshot wound too.
I would say so, yes.
I seen L'Oreal. Everyone was thinking that it was going to be a closed casket. We had an open casket. I seen L'Oreal before makeup. Now, what I seen on his face was 2 scratches on the right side of his cheek by his chin, close to his mouth. His lip was a little bit like it was blown off, not that much. It wasn't that much. It was just like the corner. There he has sutures along his jawline, and there it looks like the hole was in his neck. So when you say that he was shot in the mouth, I'm trying to understand. Are you saying like in the mouth, in the jaw? Where are you saying?
Right in the corner, right where your upper lip and your lower lip meet on the left side. That's where we think the entrance wound was. And then it hits the jaw, the teeth, and all of that stuff blew up in there, just broke up, which is what causes so much of the damage.
And you said that the bullet never went out. There's no exit. So did you guys get the bullet out?
They did. They got most
and it is from the shotgun?
Yes. But I can tell you, there's no way to definitively test that bullet compared to the gun, because that gun has a smooth bore on it. It's smooth in the barrel. It doesn't leave lands or grooves and the markings and all that. But it is the pieces of the bullet itself is a small little lead slug.
But, because I thought like the shotgun has like a 14 shotgun. It was a 14 shotgun, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like a 14 shotgun is like it has little pellets in the inside, right?
Well, sometimes. You also can get it with just one slug in it. It's called a slug.
So he was shot with a slug, not a pellet?
Yes, ma'am. And then behind that slug inside the case, there's what they call a wad. In this case, it's just a plastic, like, buffer between the powder and the slug. And it's in all shotgun shells. There's something one way or another. And that was also recovered from Moab.
Okay. Now, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm trying to get an understanding because, you know, I don't understand. I don't. So I'm trying to understand. Okay.
I think that.
There was another question I wanted to ask you, but I can't think.
Okay.
I guess that's it. If I call you back, I'm gonna apologize in advance because I just need answers.
You don't apologize. It's all right. You give me a call if you need to.
Okay, thank you.
You were talking about having some evidence you wanted to bring up on Friday. What kind of evidence?
It was a phone call, but the girl that called, she said she doesn't want to be known. So I don't.
Well, you keep talking to her. I mean, I'll take any information I can get.
Well, from my understanding, this wasn't an accident from the phone call, but she doesn't want to come forward, and so I can't use it. I don't know. She won't come forward, and so therefore it's like admissible. Is what it's my understanding.
You can tell me. Well, what is she telling you?
She told me that Royale initially was playing with the gun and that Bryce told him, give me that fucking gun because I'm going to shoot you with it. And this is coming from the dad's girlfriend.
Okay.
The dad is girlfriend and the dad, from my understanding, that's where Bryce was for those 2 hours he was missing with the dad.
He wasn't missing for any 2 hours.
He wasn't? Because that's what was was said on the police scanner and everything.
No, he went missing for 2 hours. I'd have to look to see exactly how long, but I know he went missing for 2 hours. And I seriously doubt he was at his dad's, because when the officers found him, he was walking down the street. He was barefoot, didn't have a shirt on.
You hear him? He said he was walking down the street, but in that later conversation, he says they found him at the entrance.
Okay.
Because then I can follow back where she's getting this information.
The dad and Melissa and Bryce's dad, they know more than what you guys think. And they're
Why do you think that?
Because I've been told
By the dad's girlfriend?
Yeah, by the dad's girlfriend. They know more. They're hiding information, just like Tiffany's hiding information too. I mean, and that's where it becomes very concerning to me because, you know, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should question everybody. Yes, question everybody again. I mean, seriously.
What's her name?
I don't know. I just know about Facebook. Somebody on Facebook had made a fake page.
Okay, the rest of that is him trying to figure out the girl's name. It lasts for another whole 45 seconds. Okay. This is what they released to the public. I'm going to just go over the inaccuracies, right? They're saying that that Royale was not shot in the back on here. It says photos was taken of the investigation of the scene and autopsy says that Royale was not shot in the back. Okay, that's fine and all. As you read down on here though, it says that they recovered 3 guns, 2 pellet guns and the shotgun. It says that on here that they tested the pellet guns. They never for fingerprints, and they couldn't find anything. They found smudges. You couldn't get a clear print. But they are testing the BB guns, not the actual shotgun. And that's in black and white on here. If you go to KWCH, you can get the same report. This report that I'm reading from is the same report that they released to the public. They said that they found in this paper. It says that they found the 11-year-old boy at the entrance. 1, if they found the boy at the entrance, you just listen to a phone conversation where they say they found him on the street. 2, if they found him at the entrance, how didn't the fire department, the EMS, police, and detective take 62 minutes to find him at the entrance? They said that he didn't have on any clothes. I believe that part. You know, I don't deny that part. I'm saying though, if he was found 62 minutes later at the entrance, who wasn't doing their job? They said that when they got there, the 14-year-old female found the shotgun on Royale's chest. It suggested that the gun was found on his chest, because that's what I got. But y'all remember when we were listening to the video, that was one of the first lies Bryce said. He came out of the bathroom. He heard the noise while he was in the bathroom. When he went in the room, Royale was dead with a gun on his chest. So that's where that lie came from. They're trying to clear that up. They said that the gun was on the bed. Okay. All of this stuff, it says there's no evidence to support that the 11-year-old loaded the gun and pulled the trigger with any design to inflict body harm or death. But on this gun, you have to pull back the lever, or whatever they call it, and then pull a trigger. They said that the 11-year-old didn't intend to cause bodily harm, but if you have to do all of that on a gun, that's bodily harm. You are intending on hurting him. I'm going to upload these videos and all of that on here. This took longer than I thought. I actually want to break this down. I guess I'm going to do a 2-part and break it down tomorrow for y'all. Y'all have the videos and stuff, but what I'm going to do, if you follow me on the Justice Royale page, all the videos that I played tonight, I'm just to upload them. So you guys will have all that information. I will share this live to the Justice Royale page for the people that didn't get to see it. And my live tomorrow, it will be long, because I'm going to go and I'm just to dissect everything they put in here, because I have something that says totally opposite because of my handy dandy phone. Like I've been saying, their best interest from day one was not my child. It wasn't to figure out what really happened to my baby. Their best interest was to keep this other family protected and no harm to come to them. Yeah, I done got frustrated. So I'm not going to do this part tonight. I'm going to do this tomorrow night. I'm going to go live tomorrow at 8, and we're going to dissect this. I want y'all to see why I'm so angry, why I'm still pushing. Yes, that was my child, and the truth needs to come out. I contacted Steve Wilkos. Steve called me, the producers called me back yesterday. I gave them the number to the other family for them to call. They refused to come on the Steve Wilkos show and do a lie detector test. If you were refusing, but this is truly an accident, why won't you come and prove it? I'm just saying, I'm stating facts, y'all. They call these facts, but I call these a bunch of lies, and they help and cover it up. So, like I said, I'm going to go live tomorrow, and we're going to dissect this. I have applied, did the request for the Cora and all the police reports, and as they come in, we're going to go live with those. My plan is to unravel their story. The more that I get the truth out and what I know, the more support I get people to stand behind me. And that's what I need. I need community support right now. This is a cover up. And I'm going to show y'all it's a cover up. I have no reason to lie. All I want is the truth to be told about my baby. And that's it. So I will save this live, and like I said, I'm going to load all of those videos, those phone conversations up, and so y'all can hear them yourself. Maybe once I I can save them to my email and then I can upload them on here. So maybe you can hear them better once they're uploaded. So look for those, okay? Right. It's all crazy. Look, I will be live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And so that little report that he released, Mark Bennett to the news reporter, I'm going to show y'all that that is full of lies also. So I'm sorry it took so long tonight, but I had to get this information out there so y'all can see that why I'm so angry, why I'm still pushing, because you guys know as much as I know practically. Yeah. So watch my live tomorrow. I will save this one and you can watch the replay because I'm not going to take it down.